Hello, it's Sharon Taylor, founder and CEO of the Business Vision and Development Center. And you know, it's always my favorite time of day when I'm sitting on the coaching couch with Yvonne Lorraine. Hi, Yvonne.
Hey, Sharon.
I love
Hello.
our session so much. And today, Yvonne is going to talk to us about it invisible scars.
Yes. So, when we think about invisible scars, I'm just going to take a pause. Everybody, just take a moment and think what that means to you when you hear invisible scars. Okay. That was just
Okay.
a moment. So, let me just I'm wearing some long sleeves today. It's yeah. Let me figure out how to show it. I'm wearing some long sleeves, which we know if I had scars on my arms, you would not be able to see them,
Right.
and you don't even know if I do or not because I
Right.
have on long sleeves today. Well, that's the outward, the physical scars that we cover and are able to cover if we choose. Now, a lot of us we really have done way too good of a job of covering our internal scars. Now, these are the pains, the disappointments, the hurts, all of those things that we hold within. And sometimes we try to deal with them, but most times we're trying to hide them. So that means I am internally going through. I am in a lot of pain, and life is like really kicking me in the behind, right? But what am I doing? I have made myself up. I have dressed myself up, and I am smiling because why? We don't want anybody to know just how we really feel internally. We don't want people to know how scarred up we are. So we cover those scars up. And sometimes the cover up becomes devastating to us and our health and in our lives.
Yvonne, and about covering up our scars, I think a lot of times we dress up, make up, because not all the time to hide it from others, but to mask it from ourselves.
Mhm.
So we put all this on in hopes of like pushing it down somewhere, but it's still there. It's still
Mhm.
there. And it manifests itself in so many different ways.
That is so true, Sharon. It manifests in ways that we would not even imagine until we're ready to be honest about where we are and do the work to help ourselves to heal from those situations for real. So,
And
so much so, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, 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 no. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say so much so that um, we can compress things that we almost forget that these things have happened in our lives. How do I know? Because
How do you know?
because I too have done that. And sometimes you do it and you're not even intentionally doing it, but
Right.
because the situation is so traumatic to you in your life that somewhere in the deepness of our deeper parts of our bodies, we do dismiss those, like a period of time can be dismissed
Right.
from
It's like a blackout, and then it could be a smell or something that gives you a trigger. It could be a location. It could be a color. It could, and you'd be like, get a flash, and then you hurry up and try and move away from it and
Mhm.
deal with it. So, what's how do people begin to deal with the invisible scars?
Well, first, we always talk about how we have to be ready to do the work, Sharon. And in doing the work, first is being honest with ourselves about where we are and how do we really feel. And knowing that wherever you are in that emotion, that it's okay to be there, but you just can't stay there, and you don't want to get stuck in that emotion. And that's where the work comes in. Sometimes people are able to, once you identify it, then you have to determine your own strength.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Can I do this because of my faith in God? Can I go to the scriptures, or speak to a minister or whatever, and that's going to help me? That may be your way, and it may not. Some people need counseling because it
Mm-hmm.
depends on how deep it really went in your life. And others may need coaching, which is something that we offer to help people do the work. Because one thing I can share with our people, our listeners, Sharon, is it doesn't matter who you decide to talk to or the type of help that you decide to get, if you are not going to be honest and speak the truth. Okay? Because I have sat in rooms with people of many degrees who wanted to either medicate me or help me to go to the next place, but I was not willing to talk. And not talking, they could not read my mind, my heart, or my insides. So, the bottom line is we have to be ready to do the work, whatever that looks like to you. And just know that every little bit counts. It's like,
Yes.
it don't happen overnight for everybody,
Right, right.
but just get started. Identifying it, celebrate that. That might be the first step.
Baby steps, because I know that a lot of things you that have happened to us, them, whomever, it just seems so unsurmountable that you could ever get over that mountain. But it's baby steps, little by little. And as you hit that first step, you're like, oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. I did that. I did that.
Right.
And the next step, and the next step. And before you know it, you've conquered it. And it will never, whatever happened, can never be erased, but you can live through it, grow through it, and most importantly, help yourself and others
Mm-hmm.
who have been through the same types of things. That's what I think the real testimony is to be in a space that someone else has been in
Mm-hmm.
and come through it and have the testimony to say, girl, I was there. I was there.
Yes.
Or I was even in a worse place.
Yes.
And if I can do it, you can do it.
That's right. We all can be free, but you have to want to do the work. It's just I wish it could be magic for people, but it's just not magical like that.
Sometimes you got to face your fears. And I find that the thing you are most fearful of, and then you face it, you be like, 10 years of my life. And it wasn't what I thought it was going to be like to
Yeah.
face it.
Yes.
And that weight just, it's like you get wings and you fly.
Free. Free, baby. Free.
So I encourage all of you who are out there with invisible scars to reach out to somebody, to contact Yvonne, Lorraine, and
Yeah.
take that first step, even if it's like, I just want to call, I just want to hear your voice, and maybe I'll call you again next week. But start somewhere. So
Yes.
Yvonne, how can they contact you?
So you can contact me by email at I am Yvonne Lorraine at gmail.com. You can find me on social media under I am Yvonne Lorraine. And Sharon, tell them how they can reach me through BBDC also.
Info at the bvdcenter.org. And Yvonne, tell them about your scheduling calendar.
Yes, so I will, once you contact me, I will actually be sending you the link, and then you can schedule a time. We could talk. It's of no cost. It's a free 30-minute session to talk and see where you are so we can see which direction you need to go.
And then get to know each other.
Yes.
I appreciate you as always. I love sitting on the coaching couch. And we will see you again real soon, every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Thanks again.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye bye.